Hello. So today I thought I would offer something a little different. It's something which I do offer regularly, in fact, almost on a daily basis in other forums. I guide meditations. Um, but on this channel, I guess it is a first, and specifically on the theme of grounding, the idea of being grounded, being established and feeling safe and strong and confident in your own ability, and particularly the ability, the strength, the power, the resource that you find within. If you're someone like me who has a faith tradition, then you will understand that as a grounding in what we sometimes call grounded being in the divine, in God, or whatever you believe in. If you do not have a faith, then perhaps you can have a sense of being rooted in your higher self, the values, the things that are authentic and true to you, and taking assurance from that. So when you feel very much like you're being blown in all directions, or perhaps you're under attack from people who do not understand yourself as a trans person, perhaps they want to throw the stones and the sticks and so on, or you feel yourself to be very much alone or in a strong minority in wider groups, in wider society, perhaps even unique, then being able to have this sense of being grounded can be very important. So what I want to offer today is just a very brief guided grounding meditation. Might be the first time you've tried this, might be something you've tried many times, but I thought I'd offer this on this channel because this practice, if we do allow ourselves to tune in with this approach of being grounded very regularly, I believe can be very beneficial, especially if you do feel vulnerable to the criticisms of others and you do feel alone. So if you want to join me, you might just want to close your eyes, find a place where you can be still, comfortable, but alert. Taking a moment, a phrase I sometimes use is to take your seat. In other words, to settle into this quite short time of meditation. And in closing your eyes, letting go of outer distractions, things that are going on in the world beyond. Letting go as best you can of busy thoughts that might be occupying your mind. And with them, you may find that sometimes the emotions, the feelings, good or bad, will begin to fade as you let those thoughts go. So we're just resolving in this time to be present for this meditation. And when you do find your mind being distracted onto other things, as soon as you notice that, just observing that you have been distracted, reminding yourself, now is the time to be present for this meditation, and just letting go of the thought and coming back without any kind of judgment. Just coming back to focus on the task in hand. And the task is very simple. It's not really involving work. It's involving just being present and sitting and noticing how we are grounded. We might start to understand that idea by thinking about how we're connected with our physical ground. And maybe you're sitting on a chair or a cushion or a bed or the floor. Maybe you're outdoors or in a public place, but you will have a connection with a surface that is supporting you, that is holding you, whether that is the physical earth in terms of soil and grass and sand or rocks or whatever you're standing on, sitting on, or the indoor world of chairs and carpets and cushions, still having a firmness about them and being made from materials sourced from the earth or from what has been supported by the earth. So wool, for example, from an animal that has grazed on the land. Always reminding us that we come back to this connection, this dependence on the provisions of the physical earth. Some people talk about the earth as being a single organism, albeit very complex, a huge interplay of life. Gaia, Mother Earth, are the terms that some relate to. Remembering that we are provided for through what is grown and what is mined and all life that is supported by our planet, its atmosphere. It's working in balance. And we are a part of that. We are connected to it. We have an influence on it, and we are dependent on it. We might even see ourselves as being part of a wider, much wider organism than ourselves, system, if you like, a play of life. We might think of ourselves beginning to have a much closer contact with this greater play of life. Almost as though we were slipping into, if not quite completely merging with all that is. You might imagine yourself standing outside, as though your legs could begin to gently reach into, sink into the soil, the earth below. A little bit like being on an elevator that is gently going down. And so more of the legs become rooted, as it were, in the ground, if you can visualize that. Very much like a plant or a tree establishes its roots deeply into the ground. A tree may have as many roots, deep roots, strong roots, underground, spreading out and going deep, then it has branches that can be seen above the ground. And these roots being essential not just for holding that tree in place so that it can weather storms, stand tall, but also essential for receiving nutrients from the soil, richness, what is beneficial for the tree's well-being and growth. So imagining yourself standing as though you were planted yourself for this moment, strong like a tree with its strong, deep roots, upstanding, being able to be fully upright, to face bad weather, winds and rain, but also to know that the sun will come and shine, and that you will continue to grow and be strong. That there is nothing that can be thrown at you that moves you from your place of deep-rootedness. You might have a sense now of holding attention rather than in the mind, which we might sometimes often think of being in the head, more or less. That's where the images come very often, the thoughts appear. Imagining that if you were like yourself, your true self was like an observer of thoughts and visions, that rather than being in that place, you hold attention. You become present much deeper in the body, way down in the belly, below the navel, belly button, an area that's often called the core. Pretty much actually at the physical center of a standing human being. An area known by those who practice yoga, Pilates, and so on, to be important for physical well-being, strengthening a core muscle group that enables the spine to be strong. I'm not worrying about pinpointing this, but bringing attention to this general area and having a sense of being strong here. Resolving to be strong. Imagining that by having this connection in this deep place, this strength in this deep place, it enables you to stay upright, calm, looking forward, confident. Knowing that anything that is said that might be intended to distract or even cause harm or insult or injury, you can resist. You can let pass. Feeling strong through this connection. Now gently, just taking a moment or two to allow yourself to become aware of the physical environment where you are, the room, the place where you are, maybe noticing sounds, feelings. When you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you. Well, I hope that might have been useful. There are many, many online guided meditations on this theme of groundedness, being grounded. There will be many on YouTube, I'm sure, but I thought I would offer my own here on this channel. As I say, I think if you are grounded, you don't need anybody else at all, indeed, to stay strong. If you're feeling alone, if you're feeling unique, and perhaps if you are often feeling under attack and knowing how to deal with that. So something a little different for this channel. I thought I'd make this offering. I'm sure we'll be going back to my usual waffling posts in the days to come. Go well, stay safe. Thank you.